Intermediate Algebra, Section 11.3, Problem Solving. For some problem-solving situations, the translation may involve geometric sequences or series. Let's take a look at an example here. Francine's student loan is in the amount of $6,000. Interest is 9% compounded annually, and the entire amount is to be paid after 10 years. How much must be paid back? Well, let's suppose we let P represent any principal amount, and we'll fill in the particulars, but let's lay this out to see what's happening. So here's the first, at the end of the first year, the amount owed will be the principal plus 9% times the principal. And if we add 1 plus 0.09, we end up with 1.09 P. That's the first year. The second year, they will owe 1.09, that original amount plus the 9% times the new principal, which that new principal is what was from the previous year, so it will be 1.09, the amount plus the 9% times the amount owed at the end of the first year, which ends up with 1.09 to the second power times P. Not sure if that made that on there. So let's lay these values out. So initially, they owe P. After the first year, the next term we found was 1.09. At the end of the, this is initially, let me write that. So this is the end of the first year. This is the end of the second year, and so on. At the end of the second year, which is actually our third term, we came up with 1.09 to the second power times the principal. At the end of the third year, we can see we have a pattern going here. It will be 1.09 to the third power times the principal, and continues on. We have a geometric sequence, and the common ratio is 1.09 P divided by the preceding term, which is P, leaving us with a 1.09. And we can verify that, multiplying each one of these terms, we end up with a value 1.09 that's generating those. So the question is asking, how much will Francine pay back after 10 years, which means that 10th year down the road here will actually be the 11th term. We will use the nth term formula for a geometric sequence then to answer that question. And the formula is the nth term in a geometric sequence is the first term times the common ratio to the n minus 1. Even though it's the 10th term, again, it's the 11th term, is equal to the first term, which is P. And now let's put in those specifics. I guess I'll leave it with P right now, times the common ratio of 1.09 to the n, which is 11 minus 1. We know, though, what the principal amount is. And we could have put it in before, but just so you follow the variables that we're using, this would work for any amount. This particular problem stated that the student loan was $6,000 times 1.09 to the, simplifying here, to the 10th power. When we simplify, we will use the order of operations and simplify the exponent first, taking 1.09 to the 10th power and last multiplying by 6,000, which will give us, rounding to the nearest cent, $14,204.18 would be the amount owed at the end of the 10th year.